What's going on, guys? TTO here. Today I'm going to be going over my top MLB plays for today. Today is October 20th, 2023. And guys, we only have a few more days left, maybe half a week until Tuesday comes and NBA is here. I am so excited for NBA. I know you guys are as well. If you want all my slips for NBA, MLB, NFL, CSGO, League of Legends, everything that I post, feel free to join the Patreon. That's in my description and in the comments down below. We do sportsbook bets, watch parties, giveaways, tons of stuff in the VIP. Highly recommend it. Tons of value. You can join the Discord for free and ask anybody. Almost everyone will recommend it. Other than that, I do want to announce my ladder challenge. If you're not in the Discord, you wouldn't know, but I'm doing a 10-day ladder challenge, taking $25 to 25 grand by just using all the profits, just all inning 10 times in a row on a plus 100 bet. If you are in a non-legal sportsbook state and you're worried, like, oh, I can't tell these, I do have incredible news for you. This is for Europeans, this is for Americans. It's legal everywhere. It's VPN friendly, super simple to use. Click the link in the description or in the comments. It's THUNDERPICK. They're actually sponsoring the videos now too. Make sure to show them some love, guys. But you'll get a deposit match up to $600. Just a huge deposit match when you use my link and when you use code TTL when you sign up. That is for your first deposit as well. And my first bet today for day one of the ladder challenge is $25 on the Phillies minus 1.5 spread. Loving this pick tonight, especially with Christopher Sanchez on the mound for the Phillies. And then Arizona should have a terrible pitcher on the mound for them. I was looking at it earlier. He gives up like double-digit runs versus the Phillies on average. Terrible pitcher. But loving the spot for them tonight. I think they close out this series. I believe they're up 2-1 right now. So I believe they close this series out tonight, taking the Phillies minus 1.5. It is plus 117 odds, so we would get $54 back from our 25. And then tomorrow we would all in with that $54. So that's day one of the ladder challenge. If you'd like to tell, feel free to do so. Again, if you are in a sportsbook illegal state, you can still use THUNDERPICK. So highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. $600 bonus using my link. But let's get into the actual picks for PrizePicks, Underdog, and Sleeper. I'll actually go ahead and open up Underdog here as well so we can get those pulled up. Why not? And let's just get into them, right? So I will say all these are bumped compared to on Sleeper. Sleeper is, of course, kind of similar to a sports book. I'm not supposed to make that comparison, but they have odds for each prop. So you'll have like a 1.5x, 1.6x, which is less than what PrizePicks gives or Underdog gives. But if it's a more likely to hit prop, you want to take it anyway. Like Christopher Sanchez is at 2.5. Verlander's at 4.5. Montgomery's at 3.5. They're all lower. But I don't like any of these strikeouts on PrizePicks. If you are on Sleeper, I like every single one of these to go over 3.5, 4.5, and 2.5. Especially Sanchez over 2.5. Loving that one. And Montgomery. I'm loving Sanchez and Montgomery the most. Verlander is my least favorite of those. We're going to be using Outlier.bet for our research today. And let's get into it. So our first pick today for is going to be a 2-pick on PrizePicks, and this is going to be pitching outs for Verlander. I'm taking Verlander over 16.5 pitching outs. This is versus Texas, the Rangers. We can take a look. We can see Verlander over 16.5 pitching outs is around minus 120 on sports books. We can see he's hitting 4 out of 5 of his last 5. 8 out of 10 of his last 10, and in 66% of games this year, with 19 of 29 of those. We could also see Verlander's stats versus the Rangers. He went 7 innings in his one game this season, and he gave up one. Okay, this can't be one game this season because that makes no sense. But 1.29 earned runs allowed, and then strikeouts per 9 is around 7.7. His walks and hits allowed per inning pitch is 0.7, which is better than his average as well. Every stat is better than his average, except strikeouts are a tiny bit worse. In his head-to-head, he's went over this in 5 out of 5 over the past 2 years, so this year and last year. And both games this season, he went over. I don't expect this to change just because they're in playoffs. I expect him to absolutely smash it. I expect him to get 18 is my guess. He goes 6 innings, then gets pulled. I don't expect him to give up many runs, which you'll see that later. I'm on this under 3.5 earned runs allowed as well. Loving this play. But I'm on that over 16.5 pitching outs because they do not have his earned runs allowed on here quite yet. But they do have Jordan Montgomery's earned runs allowed. And I am pairing it with that on the under 2.5 earned runs allowed there. We can see this is only minus 110 on sportsbooks. So if you're on a sportsbook and you want to take this straight up instead, feel free to do so. But we can see Montgomery against Houston allows 1.3 earned runs allowed per game. Strikeouts go up. His hits and walks allowed are going down. Everything is better for Montgomery when he's against Astros compared to his average. And we can take a look at his head-to-head. The one game he's gone against them this year, which was 5 days ago, he went under. Loving this spot today. I'm going to take the under here, and I'm pairing it with that Verlander over 16.5 pitching outs. Next on the list, we can take a look at hits allowed. We don't really have much on PrizePicks, just Montgomery and Verlander. I do like Montgomery under 5.5 hits allowed as well. Let's find him. Under 5.5 hits allowed, minus 130 odds on sportsbooks. He allowed 5 against the Astros last time, but I don't think that he's going to give up any runs, and I don't think he's going to give up many hits as well. This is the same line on Underdog as well at 5.5. And then on Verlander, I like his under as well, but it is 5.5 compared to the 5 on PrizePicks. So I'm taking that on Underdog for the under 5.5 hits allowed for him. And we can take a look at this. Under 5.5 hits allowed, minus 135, minus 140 on sportsbooks. In 2023, he's hit in 18 of 29 games, which is 62%. And in the head-to-head, he's only allowed over that twice out of the 5 matchups. One of them was last time around, but I expect him to just buckle up this time, learn from his mistakes, and do a little bit better this time. He only went over by 0.5 last time as well. Loving this spot for him today. Going to take that under as well. And obviously you can't pair all these together. Feel free to just play whichever ones and whichever combos you would like. I'm just naming my top props of the day. And then on Sleeper, like I mentioned, I'm on all of their strikeouts over. All 3 of these strikeouts over. Loving the Christopher Sanchez and loving the Montgomery over mainly. Verlander's over is good as well though. I do prefer for Verlander, my favorite play is under 3.5 earned runs allowed. That's on Sleeper as well. So feel free to play that as well. But those are my top 5, 6, 7, whatever amount of picks today. Feel free to get them in, guys. I'm excited for NBA to start. I've been killing NBA preseason, honestly. Excited to keep killing that as well. But I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. And let's kill that day 1 of the ladder challenge as well, guys. Make sure to tell that. Let's get that 25 to 50. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 2.